Hello students, welcome back. Today we will continue with the sixth video lecture of chapter number 3, that is current electricity. Today the topic is temperature dependence on resistivity. Okay, so let's start. Temperature dependence on resistivity. Okay, see now as there is change in temperature, the resistivity of the material changes. Okay, the resistivity of material is found to be dependent on temperature. Different materials do not exhibit the same dependence of temperature. Means if the rise in resistivity on the temperature, based on temperature on one material is high, then on other material may be low. Means different materials behave differently. Okay, I will write down different materials behaves or let's say different materials have different dependence on temperature. Okay, so see, if for any material, if rho t, let's say if rho 0, that is resistivity at some reference temperature. Okay, rho is resistivity at temperature t, let's say rho t at temperature T, and alpha is the temperature coefficient of resistivity. Okay, then the relation is given as rho T equal to rho 0 1 plus alpha T minus T0. This is the relation of resistivity at any temperature. Where rho 0, remember rho 0 is the resistivity at reference temperature. Here it is the resistivity at reference temperature. So if you know the resistive reference temperature and temperature coefficient, you can find out the resistivity of that material at any temperature. Okay, and this equation is equally valid for resistance also. Like RT is equal to R0 1 plus alpha T minus T0. Okay, it's T minus T0. Clear? So if you know the reference resistance at any reference temperature, then you can find out the resistance at any temperature of that material, provided you must know the temperature coefficient. Okay, so this is the temperature dependence on resistivity. Now let's take different materials. What is the temperature dependence on different materials, like for metals, for alloys, or for semiconductors? First, for metals. Remember, for metals, the value of temperature coefficient, that is alpha, will be always positive. For metals, the temperature coefficient will be positive. If you take temperature lower than 0, the graph deviates from straight line. Okay, at temperature lower than 0 degrees Celsius, okay, graph deviates from straight line. Okay, so see here I am drawing the graph. Here this is the graph. Here its resistivity in terms of 10 raised to minus 8 meter. Okay, let's say 0 0.2, 0 0.4. On an x-axis I am taking temperature. 0, 50, 100, 150. This is in Kelvin. So obviously 150 Kelvin, 100 Kelvin, 50 Kelvin, that is lesser than 0 degree Celsius. It is in Kelvin. So see here the graph is like this. It deviates from straight line, right? Okay. For metallic conductors, the relation between resistivity means rho and the temperature is non-linear at lower temperature. Means at lower temperature, relation between rho and T, that is non-linear. Okay. At room temperature, it becomes linear. Okay. And finally, at higher, very high temperature, finally at very higher temperature, it again becomes non. Okay, so if MCQ is asked, you have to remember that at lower temperature, the relation between rho and T is non-linear. At room temperature, it is linear, means straight line, and again at very high temperature, it is non-linear. Okay, so note down this point for metals. Next, for alloys. In case of an alloy, the resistivity is very large and it has a weak temperature dependence. Remember, weak temperature dependence. That means it does not change so much. Right? Weak temperature dependence means we are changing the temperature, but the change in resistivity is negligible. Okay. See here, if I draw the graph, okay, this is resistivity in micro ohm meter. Okay. In previous one, it was a 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Okay. Clear. So now see here, I am taking 0, 200, 400, 600, 800. Okay. Clear? So now see here, the change in resistivity will be like this. Okay, see you are changing from 200 to 800. The rise in temperature is negligible. Here you will see that the rise in temperature is negligible. Clear? So I will say that for alloys, it is weak temperature dependent. Here, example here, we will take nichrome. Okay, example here, nichrome. It exhibits weak temperature dependence of resistivity with temperature. Magnanin, okay, Constantine, Constantine, sorry. So they both have similar properties. These both have similar properties. Here, so these are the examples. These materials are widely used in wire-bound standard resistor. Why? Because it is having weak temperature dependence. So are widely used in wire-bound resistors. Okay, because its resistance would change very little with the temperature. Clear? Okay, so this was for alloy. So just take a note of it. Next, for semiconductors. Now, see, semiconductors, the relation is quite different. I will say opposite to that of metals. What happens in metal? As temperature increases, the resistivity increases. But in semiconductors, as temperature increases, the resistivity decreases. See, this is the graph. This is temperature and this is resistivity. Then it decreases with temperature. Okay, the reason is that in semiconductor the current is flowing due to electrons, free electrons and holes. Now as temperature increases in semiconductor, the number of free electron increases, so the current increases. That means the resistivity decreases. Okay, so resistivity of semiconductor, I will say rho, decreases with temperature. Okay, example here semiconductors we will say like carbon, germanium, silicon. Okay, I will take say carbon, germanium, silicon. Okay, they have negative value of temperature coefficient. Okay, negative value of temperature coefficient alpha. Okay, so as temperature increases, the resistivity decreases. Here, just note down this for semiconductors. Now let's see some examples. Okay, we will see illustrations or I will say example 3.3 and 3.4. Okay, so let's start with example 3.3 of NCERT textbook. Example 3.3, an electric toaster used nichrome for its heating element. When a negligibly small current passes through it, its resistance at room temperature 27 degrees Celsius is found to be 75.3 ohm. Okay, when the toaster is connected to 230-volt supply, the current settles after a few seconds to a steady value of 2.68 ampere. What is the steady temperature of nichrome element? The temperature coefficient of resistance of nichrome averaged over the temperature range involved in 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 4 per Celsius. Okay, first, first let's write down the given quantity. Okay, so see here, room temperature 27 degrees Celsius. When T equal to 27 degrees Celsius, okay, let's take this as the reference temperature. Okay, at that time, what is the resistance? R0 is equal to 75.3 ohm. When toaster is connected, means when potential is applied, E equal to 230 volt. What is the current? I is equal to 2.68 ampere. Okay, what is the steady temperature of? Means you have to find out the steady temperature of nichrome element, and alpha is equal to 1.70 into 10 raised to minus 4. Clear? See, when the current start initially, it is higher than 2.68 amperes. Now, as current start flowing, the temperature of the wire increases. Okay, so what happens as temperature increases, the resistivity increases, and due to that, current is lower, decreases. And after some time, it will become steady. So this is steady. Initially, the temperature was 27 degrees Celsius. As current flows, the temperature increases from 27 degree to a temperature T that we need to find it out. Okay, so which relation we will use? We will use the relation R equal to R0 1 plus alpha T minus T0. Clear? In this case, if you will use T in Celsius or Kelvin, both will do. Reason because it is T minus T0, right? So the subtraction of 2 Kelvin or equivalent Celsius will be same. Okay, so now what is the resistance R that we don't know, right? We don't know resistance when the current is 2.68. So what I will do, I will find it out. Okay, so first my aim is to find out, let's name this equation 1. We will use this equation. Now V equal to IR. Okay, I will use this equation to find out the resistance. V equal to IR. That implies R is equal to V by I. What is V? 230. And what is I? 2.68 ampere. So let us calculate. It's 230 divided by 2.68. This is equal to 85.82, right? So the value of R is equal to 85.82 ohm. The value of R0 that is already given. Okay. So now from 1, resistance 85.82, that is equal to reference reference temperature, that is 75.3. 1 plus, what is alpha? I will not put the value of alpha at present. T minus T0, T I don't know, and T0 is 27, right? So 85.82 divided by 75.3 equal to 1 plus alpha T minus 27. Okay, let's say 85.82 divided by 75.3. This is equal to 1.139. So I can take round figure 1.14. 1 when it goes on this side minus equal to alpha T minus 27. So 1.14 minus 1, I will write it down, this equal to 0.14. So T minus 27, 0.14 divided by alpha. So 0.14 upon, what is the value of alpha? 1.70 into 10 raised to minus 4. So 0.14 divided by 1.70. This is equal to 0.082. Okay, this is equal to 0.082. Okay, let me take 82352 into 10 raised to, when this goes in numerator, plus 4. So this is equal to 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 823.5 T minus 27, that is equal to 823.5. So T is equal to 823.5 plus 27. So that is equal to 850.5 clear degree Celsius. Clear? So the temperature is 850.5 degree Celsius. Okay, so this was about example number 3.3. Just take a screenshot or note it down. Okay, you can also calculate it in different way, like 85.82, or so not differently. If here we are not taking the round figure, if we are not taking the round figure, okay, then it will be equal to 85.82 divided by 75.3, that is 1.13. Okay, so it's 1.139. Clear? If I will not take round figure, minus 1, this will be equal to multiply by, sorry, not multiply by, divided by 1.70, okay, into 10 raised to 4. So here 821 plus 27. So at that time you will get 848.81. Clear? If we are here we have just taken round figure, it's 850.5. Okay, if you're not taking round figure, then it will be near to 848 degrees Celsius. That is the answer of textbook. Okay, so now you can just note down this. Now let's move to the next, that is example 3.4. 3.4, the resistance of the platinum wire of a platinum resistance thermometer at ice point is 5 ohm and at steam point is 5.23. When the thermometer is inserted hot, see, here there are two temperatures given, ice point and steam point. Ice point, that is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, and steam point means water boils at which temperature? 100 degrees Celsius. So that is steam point. So let's take the reference temperature at as ice point. Means T0 equal to 0 degrees Celsius. The resistance is equal to 5. At temperature T1 means steam point 100 degrees Celsius, the resistance R1 is 5.23 ohm. Now hot bath means we don't know temperature. T2 equal to question mark. At that time the resistance is given 5.795 ohm. Clear? So you need to find out T2. So when I use the formula will be like this. R equal to R0 1 plus alpha T minus T0. Okay. Now T0 we had taken 0 degrees Celsius. So R equal to R0 1 plus alpha T minus 0, that will be T. So R equal to, let's multiply R0 plus R0 alpha T. Okay. So R minus R0 equal to R0 alpha T. Here R minus R0 equal to R0 alpha T. I will use this equation. Okay, once I will take R as R1 and T as T1, and second time I will take R as R2 and T as T2. So when I take the ratio, what I will get from 1, I can write it down in this way. R1 minus R0 equal to R0 alpha T1 upon R2 minus R0 equal to R0 alpha T2. Clear? So what I will do, I have taken the ratio. So R1 minus R0, R0 alpha T1 upon R2 minus R0, and here in denominator R0 alpha T2. So what will happen? R0 alpha gets cancelled. Okay, so now you can directly use this formula. Which formula? R1 minus R0 upon R2 minus R0. This is equal to T1 by T2. So what do you need to find out? We need to find out T2. So T2 is equal to T1 into R1 minus R0 upon R2 minus R0. Here, so what is T1? 100 degrees Celsius. R1, that is 5.23, R0 5, R2 5.795 minus 5. This is equal to 100 into 0.23 upon 0.795. Clear? Okay. Sorry, I just made a mistake. When I need to find it out T2, I need to do the reciprocal. So it will be equal to R2 minus R0 upon R1 minus R0 into T1. Okay. See here, this goes in the numerator and this goes in the denominator. And T2 jump here. So this is the equation. Okay. So what is R2? 5.795 minus 5 upon 5.23 minus 5 into T1. What is T1? 100 degrees Celsius. 0.795 upon 0.23 into 100. Let's take out the calculator. 0.795 divided by 0.23, okay, multiply by 100. So this is equal to 345.65, 345.65 degree Celsius. Here we are taking 100 in Celsius, so answer is in Celsius. Yeah, so the temperature of the hot bath is 345.65 degrees Celsius. This was about question number 3.4. Example 3.4. Just note it down. Okay, students. So that's it for today. Thank you.